Hello and welcome to another educative episode of Keister, the Road Talk Show. With me, your stunning host, Keister. In today's show, I and my guests will be talking about human trafficking and migrant smuggling, a prevalent issue across Africa. My guest tonight is the Director of Protection Services at the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Agency, an agency created through the 2022 Anti-Trafficking and Migrant Smuggling Act, signed into law by the President in 2022. Who is he and what does his agency do? Find out right after the break.
Let's watch the Real Talk with Aline TV show. By our very own daughter of Sierra Leone, Aline Keister.
Welcome back to Keister, the Real Talk Show. With me, I have the Director of Protection, and he goes by the name Sama SK Banya. Welcome, Mr. Banya. Welcome. How you do? How's the body? How's everything?
The body didn't like close, but tell God thank you. Another day in the Republic.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, today we're going to be talking about, of course, human trafficking and migrant smuggling. I mean, it's huge. It's happening all over Africa. Like I talked about me into, not to just salon no more to get this issue. Of course, it happened over. However, we focus on Sierra Leone. Of course, there's no way I'd not go talk to somebody where they work directly and they can tell me a lot more of what's really happening. And of course, the 2022 acts, So now I know the government, the president passed this this act. This anti-trafficking act 2022. What's in this act they bought? So let we understand properly.
Well, the act, they do many things. One of the first three they do, again, tougher sentencing. Because there used to be an act in 2005 where, by all accounts, it not being strong enough. It just say either conviction or fine. But now it's very stringent to get. It may make provision for now. Thanks to this act, now they then create an agency until we need for do where for work with on the 3 P's with 4 P's. The first one protection when I'm on side protection for victims of trafficking. They want the way sometimes go for testify for provide safe houses for them. They want the way they don't come back. We now victims of trafficking we need healthcare and other things them under the protection. Now we go for responsible for all than they get the other P in the prevention. Then they of course we tell people about what trafficking is, do the education. The more people know, the more people they are aware. You get the third P when at the prosecution, now they go after the traffickers them. Then the fourth P in a partnership, just the people that we rely on, like IOM. Just in addition to IOM, other people like APRIS, we rely on other cooperation between with other governments. We rely on Interpol, transnational organized crime unit, all them people that will work in partnership for law do this work. We come to one person work.
Of course, yes. So you say 1 minute 2005, we're not being too much. I mean, why we don't put all this in place before now?
Well, I think the problem is with when you start then things there with you they assume say the law, we don't put this in place, the law go catch up with all things. But one pan the common things then we been they happen now. People them been they either because the people them now their own family members them we publicly don't do this, so they know they cooperate for let the case go to court. When then go to court, you understand. Sometimes the people then they draw because now number one the family don't show you because they don't as they say and they don't give you money, they don't put money sell land for let you go overseas. Where you go, you don't come back, you knock out nothing, not knowing the real again because people don't know the real issues where the people then they go through by and all them things and they in place where when then they and all look and say we go forget stronger laws. We now as far as they can seize you property, local property, they can seize you property, we get overseas, we get partners that they work with. Again, like I said, the new law don't come up with a special agency, the anti-trafficking in person, where we don't work this human trafficking, fighting it.
Okay, so like what you just talked about, some of the family members that were involved in human trafficking. So, but these go still confused, not understand. So, break and down for we waiting exactly in a human trafficking because to some people you already know they're not thinking that like we just talked about that family aspect of them. To them is normal. So, waiting exactly in human trafficking.
Okay, so if you don't mind, I go talk first about general human trafficking.
Yeah, definitely.
I go talk about at a local level and at other level.
Sure.
So it's for something for big trafficking, generally na three things we go for consider. The act, when you take the person, you transport the person, you transport the person, maybe you harbor, you provide false document, all that after, and then at the act Sunday, and then you get the means. Either you do them by intimidation, by forcefulness, you do them by just lie on the person and say, oh, you can go walk in a mall now, so country, or sometimes then just violence, like where you don't take somebody and say, if you not do it here, say, we'll go kill you or go kill your family. Wow. That are the means. Then the purpose where they do them for either for exploit them for as labor, maybe you use them as part of sex trafficking, you use it as different things then. So you get them three things ready for come in place. The act, the means, and the purpose.
Right.
Now we camp and picking them way involved. You not need for not even need for be across the act there. Any picking way for example involved in sex trafficking or way involved in prostitution, you are automatically deemed as a victim of trafficking.
Okay.
Yeah, and one part of the thing the way the law, with this law they do now for not criminalize the victims, because if you're not person, you're not picking, we're involved in
like prostitution.
Prostitution, they're not going to hold you and charge you for being involved in prostitution where a day out of your hand. Now part of the thing, now part of the good thing about the law, where they prosecute victim there. If you go get false paper for travel, they're not going to hold you for fraud, because again, not part of all that. So now the good thing about the law as it is now.
Okay. So I mean, like we talk about the prostitution side, what if then people has of course consent to it?
Well, again,
because say like what thing that happen is all my one for go overseas. Like you say, most of them not really know. Like you say, they lie, you don't talk and say that they talk, say, the labor, they can't carry you go, this and the other. And some really, really want another situation where I've been in an area where they begin almost like cuss him, mama do everything, say mama not like better. Where we be no say, this is not, it's I mean, but it be so desperate for God that it end up become a whole issue between he and family. She wanted to go. You know what I mean? What in that kind of situation they're willing for go and everything else?
Well, if again, like we say, the act, the means. If person law say, like you don't talk, this person an adult.
Okay.
You understand? And you're not adult. Then the means they don't tell you say then they can go under for the purpose. Then tell you say na for go do mommy daddy work na that then they care you for. You don't. In a way, you don't consent to that because you know what it is and you're not adult. Then not to then they we there for people people that don't go under. Again, but even though still if at any point it gets to the point where we can help with that
or if you get to the point where it's something a lie and the person, then the person go find out something else.
Because one part two can happen. The favorite story in you can go walk in a mall, you go walk in a hotel.
I know the situation.
And so they get people and then don't take, then sit down on a plane. We reach a place. The first thing where the person they do, you see them take you passport. Sometimes your phone, they don't take your phone, they don't cut off your connection first of all. So you sit down there now, you never know it in the happen. You don't know it in the happen. And in fact, you remember we been go the conference. This lady talk what way even they to one in Paddy and that so happen where finally somebody help her on her way.
Exactly.
If you say all thing undone, but then way they to the Paddy say, well, listen, you go for the pull your own weight now.
Yeah, so you say for do your own do.
So you go for the do your own do. So in that case, that person not to say a consent to it because again, you force the person in hand for let go, let put on my papa walk.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Don't go anywhere because I'll be right back after this commercial break.
Small businesses are not small. They keep you pumped. They keep you learning. They keep you healthy. They keep you stylish. They keep you fed. Happy birthday to you. They keep you smiling. We can do all of this because they keep us moving. At UBA, we keep your small business moving because your business is big business. Ready to get moving?
Welcome back to Ellen Keister, the Real Talk Show. Today, we're talking about human trafficking. It happen all over. And Salon, it just get worse and worse. With the area of them story, then where people then they tell them, fumble them, or people in a city, where they can go overseas for go work in a hotel, go work in a mall. You know, in other words, all man, they gone for greener pastures, but where they HA in a whole different story. We know what's in the happen. But anyways, I guess with me, the Director of Protection, where they also in Asama, SK Banya, where we talk about everything in this act of 2022. And guess what? We don't go with first conviction. Yes, but anyways, we'll go reach that part today. Welcome back, Sama. Welcome. You know, I've been careful making clear because people they still don't know exactly what it is. Like I say, some people they just want for fly and they want for go. You understand? But also, I know say there are a lot of internal as well. So why don't we just shed light on Dandy? Say not so just the overseas parts, but even inside Salon, it happen. When I don't get book of them case and the way inside Salon from applying, free, everything else.
So this is a popular phenomena. Again, we talk about and people then go recognize and say, oh, Salon, we get this man picking syndrome, go take picking the upline for calm. Now it used to be under the guys say, they go pull this posse upline like a land book.
Yeah.
At home. Now when the picking come, waiting there happen 6 o'clock morning, that picking don't take market. If you go na tongue, you will see them bigger man them with picking them. In some cases, not even be their own picking them. This not picking them way then they take. While they do case, we them been tell about one case where this bigger man now Waterloo they get in 2F them picking them in the morning like way they can't walk. They take two picking them for can big with na tongue. We not on your own picking them.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's very common. You get picking the way school 10 day, they know they go school because now then they not market they sell. Even then it's just a setup because USA eventually can lead somewhere along the line, trafficking, they can sexual exploitation, they can inside they then picking them with their foolish big man them at some point then they say they come. It's not just picking there. Then they use even people with disability. People with disability, then they use it as prop. IOM help we shoot some nice video them way explain this thing further, and I'll make it my duty to ensure say you get them. Lay plan for your audience. It's very good. We get them in English where they show this phenomena, how they happen, how then they bring picking and calm and make them, picking and bigger man them for big. Even we bigger man them without mentioning we age. Remember in the 80s we get they have cars speaking the
yes. When they go to the Philippines or so, or
maybe they big, they can see they hold you
hand and everything else.
We not be know that concept, but really na the same thing. I've been specialist people that they use cam just for cam big. We get picking them way they go through down the way then they care go na country, other country then outside for go big. So now I make with Entro need for do one of the things that what they do as an organization in terms of the preventing and the protection. They engage with communities most at risk. During the past 6 months, I don't go na the border with Liberia. I don't talk to custom officers,
okay.
you know, don't train people in at the border about waiting, how for recognize, you know.
Because another one for say, I mean, all man they travel in and out. How you go able to see somebody where, especially if he excited for go, for able pick up and say, this now then they go they pan or you know.
I'm glad you bring that up. The part of the a no need for go, like I tell you, say the 3 stages of, you know, like the 3 things when they happen, the act and the means.
And
And not mean we not need for wait till the person don't go for, they don't traffic them before we identify that person there as a victim. If in the process they don't take the false paper for them, and we know say then get agents them we available when then they sell this dream to people them. So if we don't know that we're able to intercept, that's something you don't prevent things from going further. And we in itself not a good thing. But it's not always the case. Because one part of things them, especially where people in the travel with Peking, where people in the travel with Peking, they can try not for go through the airports them. And so because sometimes, you know, because again, airport stringent security they in place, then go do that day. But even we people in at the border, where we they talk, do this training. One market, 2 man talk, and they shaking head, then 2 they talk, and they shaking head. So it was, you know, we talk, they say, well, wait, and I say yes, it's saying I then kind say because sometimes they see Peking. And adults they travel and all look sabi the person. Like we ask, like the border people can even talk that. Like we ask again, you know, say Papa then, especially Papa then, like you forget picking in date of birth. You understand? But you know, forget the month.
The month. I mean, if you mistake, but for able know,
you know. So there are certain things, and then we go ask. You know, they watch. And then I make myself the people in at the border with the train them. With the train them for that particular purpose there. So then self they able to identify. We don't try we don't go Waterloo, we don't go McKinney, we don't go Cambia. We go different places. We go places when a hotspot, and by hotspots it will be with places across the border. You understand there? Then people the people then at the border, we go talk to them through partnership with IOM and all that. We go talk to them. Not only Dandy, we go engage. We get some local jingle in local languages where already they out or you go hear some of them soon enough. And the work what they do for raise this awareness about.
So also you go see that the hotspots now Freetown?
Well, the Western rural, like that Waterloo area, it's very cosmopolitan. I don't know when last you drive through it's very cosmopolitan. As Freetown they become crowded, people and they go over there, then Waterloo enjoy, and then they commute to Freetown. There's money in those places. There's money. We've been told stories about agents them where go tell somebody in the morning, say, if you give me 6,000, I go arrange for let you Peking travel.
6,000 waiting.
Dollars.
$6,000.
I go arrange for let you Peking travel. And this money you put is 6,000. You Peking inside they go get Sunday past month. And there have been stories where people don't say, okay, I go see you even time. Hustle. There's land, there's ample land. You know, say all my one buy land and all that. So land, you know, money available. Next, you know, the person don't get that money.
That money there.
And don't give. So way in itself, it counting your problems them after the fact. Person where your family na sell, then don't go sell then land for send you over. See, feel say better day. Then where you go, you know they talk to them. Sometimes agents say, I talk to that woman, you know, if finally they making money, then you know where you come, after being broken about all what you don't go through, they get your family where no one see you because
you don't feel so you don't go, maybe you don't.
Now embarrassment, some down your stories about waiting people they do under. So don't take and say, oh, it's not that kind of life, you don't go power by under. So the work will go for do as much as we integrate the people them, we also go for put in an ideal situation. Some people them the ties the bond has been broken, they can never go back. to that place, because
community.
so in some place now the family don't sell family land for let this pussy are better.
Able.
So they no go see and that kind of way. So there involves lots of education, which in one part is we make we they do this go na them places, then talk to people about what the dangers, identify agents, and they will not say the country can sign labor agreements, and so when then they happen, the stock of when that then they happen, they get official agents we go there.
Yeah, why don't you pause on this agent? Don't go anywhere, because I'll be right back after this commercial break.
Doro World Traveler, how is your Miami vacation going?
Fine, babe. I'll be back next week, and I've bought you a lot of things.
Well, I hope the designer bag you promised is included. No excuse this time.
That expensive bag? Babe, I am now in Malaysia.
UBA cards work from Moscow to Malaysia, from Malaysia to Miami. Bros, you can't escape this time.
Hell, babe, are you there? I can't hear you again, oh. Your line is breaking. Hello? Wherever you travel in the world, don't go without your UBA card. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Welcome back to Ellen Keister, the Real Talk Show with me, Ellen Keister. I have Sama Eskebania, we're the Director of Protection. Now, this new anti-human trafficking agency, President Bill don't pass the law. We know what's going to happen. It happened all over. Basically, if you just walk in, human trafficking, and then one day we can lie and people picking and say, well, they can go overseas. Then we didn't care, then go become prostitutes or just different things. And the purpose and the good for definitely no to the Yale one. But anyways, me no to the expert on that. I get the Director of Protection, when Sama Eskebania, we will talk more about that. Welcome back, welcome.
Thank you very much once more.
We make I mention that as well, because a lot of people we don't talk earlier, somebody just walking not understand waiting to go on. It's people that not understand waiting, then just to look and say, they come on salon, I want brighter future, they go walk, like we talk earlier, I go walk in a mall, recently one man needs to reach out to me the same thing. Because everybody comes to mama, somebody say, forget this money, I go walk in a hotel. Yeah. Then if they tell me, say, let me find resume for him. Say, they open a hotel, let me do something. That's what's hotel. What's that? He say Dubai. So right then, I just said right then, they said, this, you dream, like, just done right there. This is the situation. Because at the end of the day, same thing, my uncle in Paddy, and a small, beautiful girl. So definitely, clearly, me no saying a dandy. But, she's in college. But you not even understand. And not just a thing, say, like, I do go Dubai. Yeah. You understand? So that's some of the things that I don't try for put in place for let people to really understand. I know you mentioned, so I don't go different communities. And you mentioned, say, even like, the borders. I don't try for talk to some of the custom officers and for me they able to know the difference. But what's about like I said, this situation where now college students is still not able, she doesn't get it. And I don't try for reach out to schools and talk to these younger girls where actually then dream and everything for go talking in Dubai.
You see, well, that's what one part of the things that we set out for doing. We'll go for they do a lot of than they do education. That has to be even like school picking them, begin talk to them. We know say not to all man. I think we can get caught up like, oh, this not the oversee things. All man they seek a better life. You understand, eh? So man. Some man sometimes not to book na your way out of this. So man just that instant with the phenom and that with desperation and then they pray on. So it can sometimes then I make walking they go on them things there. Not all man listen to me. Sometimes they go say this. Like you say, check your privilege, not also. We been fortunate by luck of the draw. Also, were born. You understand? To that they were born without in that situation. We think bad. We go for desperate like Dandy. So waiting the help people that we don't in the kind of situation. We're not advocates now. I've been telling you about that fourth P partnership. We work in partnership with them people there. So then they talk about their experiences. Them it's not people that way. I mean, just one feel say I want to do this for help my family. Now so happen. Then tell me, then stories then they can never get old. They're heartbreaking to hear. You never get used to hearing them. The same shock and anger way they hear these stories, them it seldom goes away. But now then stories then they will go for tell. We'll go for tell, and one part of the thing we'll go for do. There's a face to trafficking. And by the end of this month, with a launch, we ATIP champion, and in the person of the First Lady, Dr. Fatima Bio. Since you get a face, we get a public face to this for raise awareness, and we go for step we game up. We department, the media department, and work there ready. We want we see them. Like when the people they forward for them video, they want let people come across with video they would don't do. We then go we go there in short form. We get them in Creole, we get them in English. We just go for put other things in together. Whether not for go na then school them for do plays.
Okay, so the First Lady they don't champion and then now.
Yeah, maybe the official they do the official launching.
Okay.
They do an official launching of that.
All right.
By end of this month.
Okay, before we go on the break, we'll also talk about the agency because, like you say, most of these people have to go through some of the agencies they have. So, what do not have to do for combating agency they have? So, I mean, who done are them people they have? So,
well, we again count down to partnership, working with the Ministry of Labor, get properly registered agents, working with transnational organized crime unit, working with Interpol. Again, working. So if you notice, I tell you about the conviction we don't get. This person offensive na student. Now student will take money from somebody.
Wow.
For good. He got convicted not to 20, how many years? 13 years. Nine and no sentence and 4. That could be the start. Let people then see them and say this they happen because one part of the challenges we used forget for them kind of case. Like I say, people and no one testify either because of shame or family because not
so
family.
how not be able to get to this? Because I read on the news and this was like a 22-year-old. Now actually they can go down now, like we say, 13 years in jail because of this. How on are you to that person as somebody, of course, where you smuggle income and to, and pull them out there and then can go court?
Well, on that note, too, again, we get the where they do the prosecution, so the case was presented and follow the letter of the law, go through that, and again, they don't find them. We they hope say people want to let people and take notice of that day. We want to let the one then at the top, the one that they make money the most out of this. Say to the middleman them, the one that they do the fake document, while let them free.
So this one way, so in other words, which is ever say, they say not to enter the mastermind because of his age, or clearly based on the prosecution. When I realize say it gets the agbaba like the boss way they in a work, they work for this person.
No, well, let me clarify that without stating what he is, because again, no one talks until we go well.
Right.
With other people and they do. I think it is send a message. It is send a message to people. Let them know say this agency then can for do this work here.
Okay.
Let people let the victim then see this and see, because it used to be that again some man the door came what and wait how they go. This person is until we go in a case. This person is until get person they protect and go and go. Nothing they come out today. We want to take them out. We want to take them out of the equation. While the people know say the case matter and waiting their story matter, and people then go follow through on their story and bring the one the way wrong.
So in other words, I send a message because clearly, if not begin to jail people, them then if una the hope say it could begin to lessen a little bit, because clearly you mentioned say the 2005 Act not being gets all of these things.
Yes.
So I'm part of the major thing, like, I told her earlier, say they don't, get a first conviction, meaning they actually don't sentence somebody way not a party to smuggling, where you go, you say 13 or 15 years?
I'm 13 years and sentenced them to 13 years in prison.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, this is really good. I think this agency will really help because it happen all over. You know, I think say like we say, I go now the launch and I see the stories. I hear the stories. You know, some like say some be willing now where they reach and they know. Some just not be really understand. So now therefore really put a lot of things in place. But when we come back, we can talk about some of those things like waiting on our plan moving forward because clearly you know they stop. You understand what I mean? Because like you say, it happened all over except for Freetown and in Waterloo. But upline, I sure see people when they come up from upline go directly and everything else. So, I mean, I don't want you to move because when we come back, I mean, we're going to talk about all of these things. I'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hi, I am Leo, a super geek who's obsessed with artificial intelligence. I'm sure you're wondering how I got here.
Hi, Tony. It's been hard trying to find a quick way to send the cash across to you. The bank is quite far from where I stay.
Girl, I'm trying to call that pop-up shop I saw on IG. I need them shoes for a party this weekend.
Wait a minute. I can solve all these problems. All I have to do is get back to my geek zone and get cracking. That's how I created this great virtual solution. Chat with me on Facebook Messenger and experience a whole new world of banking solutions without going to the bank. Make transfers, buy airtime, get account statements, and more. After all, going to the bank is boring. Like, I can't drink this delicious coffee and fill a teller at the same time. Get it?
We're almost at the end of the show. Welcome back to Keister, the World Talk Show. With me, I have the Director of Protection, Sama SK Banya. Today, we talk about human trafficking and migrant smuggling. For you, we just cannot understand. So basically, they want the way, you know, I mean, they carry people and go overseas for go do so many things, including prostitution. Then they can't tell you, say, oh, we go make you picking can better you, this and the other, you know, give you this money, you picking to go double arm, and then go in a different thing. But like I say earlier, meanings to the expect. So help me welcome Sama Banya. Welcome back, welcome.
Thank you for having me once more, Ellen.
Right. So the one good thing I like about this whole thing with this new act of 2022 where President Bill passed, now the facts for say now they're actually going down, meaning to go jail. You know, I've been glad earlier, I think what I talked about say we actually don't get our first conviction. Yes. You know, when I be a 22-year-old, like either on the news and I wonder like, okay, but this boy young go. Yeah. Only 22. You know what I mean? How when I get to that point if for convict this person? Because clearly I know say maybe now side man, not so I don't think say good for be the agbagba, you understand what I mean?
Well, I think Ellen, and just in case this thing they go further, in case na small fish in this, I don't know how far this they go, so I'm not gonna talk too much on the case, just the significance of what it is. Victims them in they trade away, not when they show up in a court, you know, because they're not trust the process, so to speak. They're not in some cases them na against family members, so then they're not show up for testify. There was a case where the person they're not convicted for trafficking, but then convicted for something else, and the victim they cry in a court. Wow. And you feel say the victim they cry because you don't, you know, something that the justice you know get, but they cry because na person in the community na in the whole. So it's a funny Stockholm syndrome, like, you know, this na possibly don't bring harm to you, but at the same time, because of your family connection, so that person,
you still feel back for that person.
You feel for that person. I think say one part of the thing we they do this safe houses for people that we want to testify. So we want to testify against the higher ups in this kind of thing. I think say continue for work with transnational organized crime unit and as well as police, Interpol in different countries, forming a memorandum of understanding with other countries, whether as part of ECOWAS, Mano River Union, put those things in place, you know, where we get a common we get a common value where nobody we want to read with countries of trafficking. So then if we put them together, work as a partnership, then one of the things that we can do.
So in other words, I would say that go be parts of the future plans that one gets, because clearly me go on for no like waiting when I go do even with the agencies there, so we buckle all over, because for me I know some of them actually registered. You understand? So, I mean, I don't think, say, maybe, I wouldn't say corporate affairs or whoever they register the agencies, so they know they read through some of these M&As, you understand, for know exactly what's in the inside and things like that. So, what's in, I mean, if, you know, what's on our future plans for really stop this? Me glad for this conviction. And this person, you know, you're going to jail for 13 years. So clearly, if you know somebody or anybody, now you know it's not so before again where people then can just let it go or anything, like we say sentiments and make them able to testify. You actually get people that now where they actually testify. We get one case, but could get what happen. So just make sure you reach out to them just in case you hear it. But going back to what I was saying, like what's on our future plans? Because we want to know.
You just mentioned say people then for reach out to we. How you go reach out to we? Well, a toll-free number was a hotline was launched 134 for this purpose for report trafficking. It's available. Please use them, and we get media people like Ellen. We go whole way to account. They say, well, people then say then they call that number, nothing they happen. Whole way food to the far on that day. Let us do it.
So you say 134, it didn't all the network them?
Yes.
Okay, so if you got free sell, Qcell, and Orange,
it was actually launched by the president in February of 2022. Again, we go talk more about do that day before even he launched the Anti-Trafficking Act of 2022. So we'll get that day in place. So in addition to that day, again, more engaging people at the border. I have to tell you, it's a nice experience where you go to them border tongue them. I've been I go na the Salon Liberia border. That's nearly as far southeast as you can go. I go there. We do 2 days of training with the soldier man them and all that. And while they come, they actually flag we and pull way over. Just for talk to her about something we happen, we based on waiting we've been just done discuss one or they were mindful enough to say, well, let's talk to them people about it and collaborating with them and other partners, whatever it is we'll come across, we're able to work together. And we're not sure for say once people know waiting and they look for, they know waiting for do. So more of those education, more again. You mentioned Unique State College. I think we media department and the people at the prevention side get things planned way for engage school picking them. We get media for each them picking them. We go for utilize social media.
And I know all this for the one part of the reason make I bring Kanye so because I go to the launch and we all this for raise the awareness. So I mean before we go lastly because we almost done the show done. But what would you go say to parents them? Like we say we talk about the in Sierra Leone, down the way they go take them picking and say, I mean picking them, then they bring the car for can bake, they left their own picking in the house and everything else. For them poor mommy, then we don't know. Even the crazy students, you as a director of protection, what you last words to them, just in case they, then bump into any of them people that so or anything else. What would be the last words for close?
Well, the way how schools, the school business been done, where they go school in that almost years ago, all now talk now show age. You go say well sometimes plenty school and not been there applying. Where sometimes you need for like picking can school and free tongue for like get the best education and all that. That may not necessarily be the case anymore. So that in a one thing way let somebody know not use that they for tell you for for use that they say you picking the kind of free tongue you can do something. There has to be again now the overarching theme of waiting can they cause them things and they now people wanting a better life.
Right.
You understand? So we can sit down and say, well, what we will do for giving people a better life and how long that will take. Or we can say at the same time, what else would they do in place? At that, even at the district level, we need for the engage people about this part. The trafficking, whether you're able to trafficking, it cannot just be anything say person they go overseas. Go for talk to them about the intricacies of internal trafficking, picking business, how that they can be exploited. waiting and for do. We don't engage. We don't begin engage. They headman them. They headman them. Local chiefs them. They're all as partners. With we and this and if Adando will continue for.
So in other words, if you Yeri any of dancing and they but then reach out to Una. So this agency did just in case.
Okay, I think in the meantime we did a Ministry of Social Welfare New England.
Okay.
They come they see we it now they people away get people them way can strand and then they come advice waiting for do we do more open we director Dinge Shaka very knowledgeable in this. He's at the forefront of this. They at it for a while. So he's the core expert on this, and under his tutelage I thank him. He said they find me fit as a result working with him.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. For kind of and shed light. I'll be fortunate for going to the launch and victims and talk like we say the partnership part of them because now I actually get people them they advocate for some of these things. I feel say when I for just really do more like what you say when I really get for know more and especially like the border areas like you say how did they able to pick them out and everything else because especially if that young girl in one for go now I go to be full person self. You understand what I mean? So definitely this is how we all fight. As far as Sierra Leone, and clearly, at the talk again, one person don't go down. So this time around, it's not easy. We don't go through this from, like say, forever. But nothing not happen, nothing not come out of them. Because at the end of the day, a buff case. But now not so buff case. You understand? This new act where the president bill don't pass, definitely you're going to jail. 22-year-old in a jail right now because he play a party to him for smuggle, in system border them because that's how I would say we all in system border them. So if you hear anything, like we talk about the hotline 134, any network you can call. Not call foolish call though. Make sure so you get your facts right because definitely we want for targeting the real cases. So 134 now any network. So not if we say if I have we said unable call just 134, then you can explain if we hear you. And then we all up for just stop them. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Definitely, we're here to support. This is one part, me on part of me they play now for just also for help raise awareness, for say this agency day, things, it's real, it's happening, and people are going to jail. But it's like a small gift for you. It is what it is. I can get in small gifts.
Thank you. I think I'll go for report this to ACC. I can.
No. It's not like that. These are just me. Any guest that got institute on that chair day. This is from Ellen Keister, the Real Talk Show. Not to know, except no bragging for anything. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I don't want to go, but I've got to go. I've been your host today, Ellen Keister. Till next week.